Welcome, everybody. Yes, your eyes are not deceiving you. Because the Oscars were so bad this year, we figured why not let a bad movie club try their hands at an awards show. So today, me and a couple other bad film crew members are here to present the nominees for the first annual BMC Awards. My name is Big Hen 1516, and today I have two great bad film crew members with me. Please introduce yourselves, guys.
I am Vic, aka Nicolas Cage, aka a man of many names.
I am Chris FHD, also known in the server as Chris BMC, but most people just call me Chris, and that's my name.
Same old story as the podcast, I guess. So, let's not waste any more of your time. Let's go ahead and dive right into things to our first big category of the night. And yes, we have a lot of legit categories, including Best Supporting Actor. So, here are your nominees for Best Supporting Actor. First up, Frank Langella as Skeletor in Masters of the Universe. A great turn as one of the most iconic villains of all of, franchise history. And of course, you can forget George Lopez's turn as Mr. Electrobad in The Adventures of Shark Boy and Lava Girl. We also have here in our nominees Jon Voight for Anaconda. A lot of villains coming up here, but some of the best characters are in fact villains. After Mr. Voight, we have Kelsey Grammer from Money Plane, who took his turn as, I forget his name. It was something memorable, though. I forget what it was. If only his name was as memorable as the movie itself. And finally, our last nominee in this case is Mr. Steve Rudzinski as the Pizza Boy from Carousel, one of the more underrated screenings we've had here.
And on to the next category, Best Supporting Actress. We have Anne Hathaway from Serenity, Courtney Cox from Masters of the Universe, Denise Richards from Tammy and the T-Rex. She was not the T-Rex. Leah Thompson from Howard the Duck, Taylor Dooley in The Adventures of Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
And now for the category of Best Lead Actor, and the nominees are Adam Sandler as Donnie Berger for That's My Boy, Mark Wahlberg as a science teacher in The Happening, Matthew McConaughey trying to catch a tuna in Serenity, Nicolas Cage as the vampire in Vampire's Kiss, and Tom Hardy as Eddie Brock in Venom.
And now we move on to our final acting category of the night, Best Lead Actress. And we'll start things off with Halle Berry as Patience Phillips from Catwoman. Not Selena Kyle, Patience Phillips. After that, we have Jennifer Lopez in Anaconda. We also have nominated Mila Kunis as Jude from Jupiter Ascending. Also in this category, we have Naomi Watts as Henry's mom from the Book of Henry. And to round this category off, we have one Rachel Leigh Cook from She's All That.
Moving on to the next category, Best Couple. We have Neil Breen with himself as Cade and Cale Altair in Twisted Pair, Jupiter Jones and Dog Boy Kane Weiss in Jupiter Ascending, Shark Boy and Lava Girl from Do I Need to Say It, Tammy and the T-Rex from, again, same name, Venom and Eddie Brock in Venom.
Up next, we have Best Deaf, and the nominees are Donovan Leitch in Cutting Class, Jim in Fateful Findings, Jon Voight in Anaconda, Kelsey Grammer in Money Plane, and Samuel L. Jackson in Deep Blue Sea.
Also, in case you got this far, obvious spoilers will come into play. So now is a good time to round out your BMC filmography. Anywho, one of the more fun categories that we've decided to go with is Best Inanimate Object. I know, there's a lot of good options here. Here's the 5 we picked from the Bad Film Crew. The first of which is the Antidote Drug Pen from The Faculty. followed by Duke, the Carousel Unicorn from Carousel. Also, Peter Liu's fake teeth from Vampire's Kiss. One of Neil Breen's many laptops from Double Down. Pick your poison which laptop you want to have nominated. And finally, who could forget John Cusack's vape pen from Drive Hard.
Moving on to the next category is Best Scene. Discovering Henry's Plan from the Book of Henry. Oh My God from Troll 2. The Sexy Time in the Pool, Showgirls. The entire ending from Tammy and the T-Rex. And the quote-unquote suicide from Fateful Findings.
Up next, we have Best Quote, and the nominees are Don't Condescend to Me, said by Henry in the Book of Henry. I create life, and I destroy it, said by Eddie Redmayne in Jupiter Ascending. I'm a vampire, said by Nicolas Cage himself in Vampire's Kiss. I resign today as president of the bank, said by the president of the bank, former president of the bank, in Fateful Findings. And what we got here is one of them testicular standoffs from Tammy and the T-Rex.
Next up, we have Best Song. Many of our movies had associated songs with them, so here are our picks for Best Song. First of which, Deepest Bluest by LL Cool J from Deep Blue Sea. And then Dream, 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 performed by Taylor Lautner from Shark Boy and Lava Girl. We also have Sodomy, performed by Sebastian the Fox from Meet the Feebles. Yes, that is a song, and yes, you should listen to it. Venom by Eminem from Venom. And to round things off here, we have Wild Wild West, performed by one Will Smith for, well, do I have to say it as well here?
Up next, we have the Best Effects category. The Cats, in Cats and pretty much everything else. Tammy and the T-Rex. The Adventures of Shark Boy and Lava Girl. Twisted Pair, Neil Breen's finest. And Venom.
Up next, we have Best Twist. A lot of the films we screened had some twists. We're going to be as vague as possible without spoiling them, but we recommend checking out all of these films to experience these twists as we all have. And the nominees are The Angels, quote unquote, from Collateral Beauty, The Hospital Visit from the Book of Henry, The Island in Serenity, The Plants in The Happening, and Your Brother from That's My Boy.
Next up, we have Best Screenplay. The category, well, says what it says. So, to start things off, we have here Greg Hurwitz, the screenwriter for The Book of Henry. Then we have Joseph Minion, that's his name, Joseph Minion, who wrote Vampire's Kiss. Neil Breen, the writer of Fateful Findings. Steve Rudzinski, writer of Carousel. And Stephen Knight, who wrote One Serenity.
Up next, we have one of my favorite categories, Best Director. First up, Neil Breen, Double Down. Followed by Neil Breen, I Am Here, Now. Following, Neil Breen, Fateful Findings. Also, Neil Breen, Pass Through. And finally, Mr. Neil Breen for Twisted Pair.
Up next, we have Biggest Disappointment. The nominees are for films that we were all excited about, but let us down in one way or another. And the nominees are Collateral Beauty, Cutting Class, John Tucker Must Die, Super Mario Bros., and The Brighton Strangler.
On the flip side, we also have a category for Biggest Overachiever. Basically a film that came in with zero hype and ended up overperforming its expectations by a country mile. Your nominees for this category include Carousel, Double Dragon, Drive Hard, Jupiter Ascending, and The Book of Henry.
Up next, we have the film most likely to be a money laundering scheme. These are movies with big budgets that we have no idea where they went. And first, Cats, followed by Collateral Beauty, and then Jupiter Ascending, Serenity, and finally Wild Wild West.
Up next, we have film that most bastardize an existing IP. These are for the films that were represented by and tried to adapt a certain intellectual property and failed very miserably. And the nominees are Cats, Catwoman, Howard the Duck, Super Mario Bros., and finally, Wild Wild West.
Alrighty, so we are down to the final two heavy hitter categories of the night. Our first one is Best Picture, and much like the Oscars, we have decided to give this a larger pool of nominees to choose from. So there will be 10 nominees total for this category. Again, 10 nominees total. So we are starting things off with Carousel, followed by Drive Angry, Double Dragon, Jupiter Ascending, Roadhouse, Tammy and the T-Rex, The Book of Henry, The Faculty, Vampire's Kiss, and of course, Venom.
And now, for our Worst Picture award, these are the worst of the BMC. First up, Cats, followed by Catwoman, then Collateral Beauty, followed by Howard the Duck, Miami Connection, Pass Through, Showgirls, Super Mario Brothers, That's My Boy, and finally Wild Wild West.
So with that concludes the reveal of the nominees for our awards, which we are so aptly calling the Dingleberries. Take it what you will. So voting is now open. The form is now up on Google Forms. All you have to do is click the link. You are going to be ranking every nominee from 1 to 5 or 1 to 10 for the best pictures, 1 being the best and 5 being the worst. We will use this ranked choice voting to determine a winner for every single category. Please get your submissions in timely. If your submission is late, there is a good chance we will be not including it. So please get your submissions in on time. If you need to see a movie before voting up for it, please do. This is a great time to get caught up on all of our screenings that we have done over the past year. Any final thoughts, guys, before we wrap up?
Thanks for watching.
Yes, thank you for watching. The form should be located in announcements. Yeah, we're very excited to see what you guys vote for.
There's a lot of categories which I'm very curious who the winner will be, and some other categories where I am expecting a winner. We'll go with that. So
yeah, there are a good amount of tight races, though. I feel like
I'm excited to see how this all shakes out. So please consider voting. Please participate. We're very excited to be running this. Very excited to see what you guys thought of everything overall. So with that, I guess we'll call it here. Thank you so much for watching, and we will hopefully see you for the actual Dingleberries.